Are we live? Did he give us the countdown? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Ben, edit the beginning of this.
We're sitting here.
Oh, better throw that monkey another banana. I didn't even see it pop up on the screen. I was donking off. All right. Let's give it a moment of silence here so Ben can edit that out. Or, as his typical editing job, he'll just put it in anyway.
Just do it.
Hell with it. Welcome back to Pipe and Tobacco Talk podcast. We're making Caleb jumpy early. And Tim, you know what time it is. It's time for the MBSDpipes.com warning Prop 69.
It's like we should have had Richard Attenborough in the background, narrating, and the two silverback gorillas in their natural habitat.
Making no sense at all. And flinging bananas at each other. Well, this is high-end podcasting here, kids. Don't let it fool you.
Well, look, I better give you a warning that this podcast will expose the listener to offensive, insensitive, off-putting, and otherwise socially unacceptable content known to the state of California to cause cancer. So if you'd like to avoid injury, we suggest you just turn it off now or grow a pair.
Either way, we're good. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Tim, it's episode 30. As promised, we lied. We had a scheduling conflict with Mike. Tim was a little under the weather over the weekend. We couldn't connect with Mike. We're going to reschedule him for another time. So it's just me and Tim tonight, and we have our MBSDpipes.com contest. But first, we'll talk about who we've got coming up. And Tim, next week, I believe you are in Muletown, and there may be a surprise guest on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're not telling because that would ruin the surprise.
That would ruin the surprise. That's right. In fact, it's such a surprise that he doesn't even know that he's going to be on the podcast.
Excellent. Are we going to be doing it live Saturday night from the? Are we going to do it from the show, or what do you think?
I'm going to do the best I can. If I can do it from the lounge at the show, I'll do that. It'll depend on how well the interweb works there in the lounge.
All right.
But that would be ideal. There's a couple of booths there we can set up, and I'll take all my podcasting gear. And yeah.
Your headphones and your iPod?
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. So next week, we are scheduled to have, so there'll probably be 2 episodes next week, or potentially 2. Are you staying Sunday night?
No, we'll come home after the show on Sunday, start heading north.
Okay.
Be home Monday sometime.
We have tentatively scheduled Ryan from Smoking Barrel Briars, who might actually be at Muletown. So maybe it's just a star-studded, because Kevin Foster's going to be there. And, we loved our episode with Kevin and Horsebone, by the way. And we did get a question from one of our listeners who, and I apologize because I just wanted to throw this out there. Tim, they wanted to know, will you be making pipes with Horsebone accents at some point in the future?
I hope to. I was thinking about that when we were talking to Kevin about giraffe bone. And, we found out that Todd Sanzini's name was Horsebone in college, which is quite impressive for a guy that's like... Right. That's right. Hey, Todd, why the long face? Da-dum-dum.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I've got, I don't. My wife has 4 horses out here, and there's a couple of them that get a little long in a tooth, so we may have a supply of Horsebone coming up. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we could...
She hears the chainsaw running,
Tim, I heard a pop out in the backyard a little while ago, and it looks like Trigger's down. Yeah, well,
right.
He looked hurt. I did the old Yeller thing. I put one B.
Where I tell her, Spot the pony is he's listing a little bit. Yeah, we changed his name to Eileen.
How fast can a three-legged horse run?
Right.
Oh. Yeah, no, don't know. All right, well, we're going to move right along. So the following week after Muletown, we have Rob Dickey from Our Dickey Pipes, which I'm very excited about having on. Because I got a pipe from him, and I'm actually making a custom blend for Rob, which I'm kind of excited about. And he should have it in his hands by the time the show comes on. So
wow.
That's pretty exciting. And then we have Jack Ryan from Jack Ryan Pipes after that. Corey from ABBS Pipes. Stacy Maharin from Maharin Bespoke Works. Simon from LCS Briars. Mark Berg, Neil Monet, Mark Dominguez, and Ian Fisher, all coming up through May. And then we'll reschedule Mike for when we can get him in. Oh, we might do a bonus.
We are fully we're fully employed.
Yeah.
Fully employed podcast personalities.
I mean, I don't know what it's paying you, Tim, but it's I was talking to Mike this weekend, and he goes, what do you guys want to do with the podcast? What do you mean? Well, what's your goal? Oh, I don't believe you and I
to
have
get it
goals.
Published. to get it published by Wednesday every week.
Mostly, we rely on our producer for that, Tim, and I have nothing to do with that whatsoever. And I was just like, well, I didn't have a goal. I just, this is just sharing our conversation with the rest of the world. So,
oh man, we're like, we didn't know there'd be goals involved.
Yeah. I mean, what do I have to write a syllabus for this? What the hell?
No, math is there,
What size hole is this? 21, 22, whatever it takes, I just, we never wanted to monetize it. We love our sponsor, MBSD Pipes, and, they give us pipes, and they give us, this contest tonight is $100 to the first place in the store credit, $50 to the second, and $25 to third place. And, really, that's about it. And let's be honest. Yeah, we like to talk to all the pipe makers out there. We like to talk to the personalities. I had a great conversation with Dr. Alan Harrelson last week, and the interview with Kevin and Horsebone was hilarious. And, more and more people tune in every week. And Sarah's episode, and really, we should have Sarah on like once a month, because her episode, I think, is at 800 views now, which is...
It just keeps climbing, yeah.
Yeah, it's just off the charts.
And for me, the get to meet all the people that we do on this podcast, and there are people that haven't been guests, but I hear from them on Instagram, or they email me or something like that, and I will at a show put a face to a name, and I wouldn't get a chance to meet. I'm going to go to the show this weekend, and I'm going to know, 4 times the number of people there this year than I would have that I knew last year. So it's and have something in common with them other than pipes, having had, podcast experience, So it's good for me anyway. I'm getting all I want out of it.
Yeah, I'm a fanboy of pipe makers, and we kind of lean towards pipe makers more. And then, we had Dr. Harrelson on just because he's an interesting character, and Todd Sanzini's an interesting character, and we've had at Noah's House. And by the way, he's been doing a ton of blend videos lately because it's not really gardening season. So if you get a chance, check out at Noah's House. So I want to. Nate and Justin from Pipes, Spores, and Pals had their 100th episode this week. And it was a fantastic show. And they talked about, us, you and I. And then they went on to say things like, Jim is really a nice guy. And, he made this blend for us, and just it was very touching. And Nate and Justin, if you're listening, thank you so much. I treasure our friendship, and I tried to talk him into doing all four of us at an episode at once, because I really want to see Caleb have a complete breakdown. All four of us talking at once, I think, would be
talking over one another.
I think that would be a special treat. So
they were at the Muletown show last year, and I'm hoping they'll be there this year.
I believe. I'm not sure if they are or not. I don't know. I know that they're going to be at Columbus, and I know they're going to be in Vegas, and I think they're going to be in Chicago. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's fun.
It'd be good to see them.
So there's a ton of new stuff. Got some great questions for Ask Us Anything. But really, let's get to the contest, shall we? So
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So we ask you to send us funniest autocorrects, your crappiest car, or the Valentine that got you sleeping on the couch. And y'all didn't disappoint. I have to tell you, some of the crappy car stories are breathtakingly hilarious. So without further ado, let's get started. These submissions are all from Instagram. So the first one is, I had a powder blue AMC Pacer, a real hunk of crap, in high school that started on fire while I was driving it to school with a bunch of my friends in it. The floorboards were so rotten, or a lack thereof, the interior carpet was sitting on the exhaust pipe and began to burn. LOL. And yes, I never got laid in that car for obvious reasons. Dominic Aradio Jr. Yes, that is the answer. So Ben, our producer, wears this, we call it the hat of infinite virginity. And if you wore the hat of infinite virginity in a powder blue AMC Pacer, which looked like they took the Gremlin and put an air hose in it and overinflated it like a balloon, because it was just the silliest looking car. And if you don't believe me, Google search AMC Pacer. Hilarious.
There was no diagonal. It was round. It looked like a Big Mac with wheels. And
it did.
You couldn't get laid in it because you'd get a cramp.
It was, geometrically, it was the oval rolling down the road. I don't think that there was a right angle anywhere in that vehicle.
AMC made the shittiest cars. They were terrible.
The AMC Gremlin. Back then, AMC also made the Jeeps, and they were awful because they would rust simply by putting the key in the ignition. They would just start rusting immediately.
Oh, they were terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
I had a CJ5, and that thing was Swiss cheese. All I did was rebuild it.
Where's my frying pan? It's a floorboard now. Don't worry about it, Mom. We're good.
Man. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hammer and Pipes, Sean sent us this submission. Managed to find the only Jeep Cherokee with two-wheel drive. Driving it one day, and the steering column caught fire while turning into the dealership where I bought it for an oil change. LOL.
Oh, man.
How does your steering column catch fire? I'm here for the oil change.
You're blowing on.
Y'all just pat that with a towel and get the oil change, because I need places to go and things to do.
Jeez. Hot wheel.
Patrick Whitmore, 1981 Chevy Chevette. Woo! Those were big. You couldn't get laid in those either because you could barely sit in them.
You could sit in them, you just couldn't get out.
That's right. And God forbid you hit anything bigger than a squirrel, because that was going to be your coffin.
Oh, yeah.
Bought for $100 at auction. No knobs on anything. had the desiccated remains of a large watermelon in the back, and all of the windows would only roll down halfway. The driver's side floorboard had completely rusted through, so I patched it with a piece of marine-grade plywood. Mm-mm.
That's
Patrick.
good. He was thinking it's waterproof, you know.
And by the way, Patrick is Who Dat Pipes. We need to get Patrick on. So, Patrick, if you're watching the episode, message us. We'll get you on the schedule and get you on. Pat Farron, Pat F, 1968. Oh, easy. A 10-year-old hand-me-down 1975 Mustang II. For those of you that don't know what a Mustang was, in the 70s.
Yeah, the Mustang II.
Oh.
All the cars went to shit in the 70s. The Camaro looked like crap. The Mustang didn't even look like a Mustang. I don't know what it looked like.
Well, it looked like let's make a sleek looking Chevette. No, my stepdad had a 75 Mustang, and it was awful. Just terrible. A terrible vehicle. So anyway, he continues on. A complete turd. Overheated after 30 minutes of driving, and just added water, and you had to add water to the radiator. Exhaust fumes from a U-joint leak. The exhaust heated the floorboard under the driver's feet till it hurt, and allowed fumes into the car. So you had to drive with the windows down. Terrible. But I was happy to have wheels.
The old deadbolt, that you'd put on a door. He had that for the latch. He had to reach outside to unlatch the car door.
Yeah. Cale Bay Evans 125s had a car that if you turn the wheel more than a half a degree, it would squeak like a closet door in a horror movie. Seriously, I have expected the thing to have the doors and the roof peel off. I had left with nothing more, and I'd be left with nothing more than a seat and a steering wheel, Looney Tunes style.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the car out of Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Yeah. Do you think this car is roadworthy? Yes, officer. Yes, I do. Hoctor, the Love Doctors. I had to wonder if I swear too much when Siri autocorrected "shut" to "shit" in a text I was writing. Yes, I believe that's the case.
I think so.
Bullhead 78s. We were on a long road trip to visit my wife's friends. We were told to let them know when we were about a half hour out. I obliged by sending a text via talk to text. What I said was, almost there, and to tell you the truth, I'd like a beer and want to see something naked, which is a line in Jeff Foxworthy uses in his Totally Committed skit. What the text autocorrected to was, almost there, and to tell you the truth, I like men and want to see some naked. That talk to text still gets brought up from time to time. Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't read that because I was laughing so hard. Almost there. Almost there.
He's going to the public baths.
A rest stop warrior. Yeah. Let me try to read it again. So now that I've got all the laughs out. Almost there, and to tell you the truth, I like men and want to see some naked. Oh, Bullhead. That was classic. Thank you, sir.
Deathbed confession.
Honey, that wasn't a talk to text autocorrect. That was just how I felt. Goodbye. Kitchen sink 52s had sinuses switched to sunfish and nasal to nasty. So I ended up telling my buddy that that my sunfish was blocked and I need to drain them with nasty spray. Yeah. You know, that is a common problem with sunfish, so you have to be careful. Oh. Oh. Bowling 3464. Free 1985 Ford Escort station wagon. It had an exhaust, a gas leak, shady brakes, and portable boombox. Lasted about a month. Yeah. That's about
Still
right.
had the white paper tag on it, the 30-day tag. It didn't last the 30 days.
Nope. From our friend Terry Brewster. My wife works at Whole Foods. She brought home some vegan donuts to try, and I texted her back at work telling her I ate the last vegan donut. Autocorrect changed it to vagina donut. I got laughed at every time I went in to visit her at work because, of course, she had to show everybody the text.
Hey, what kind of yeast do they use to make a vagina donut?
This episode brought to you by itching and burning sensations. Try a vagina donut. Oh. David Austin. 1985-86 Yugo GV Plus with a 0.9 liter I4. That's the engine. Got it in South Texas in 1995 because it was cheap. I didn't inspect it close enough, though. Do you really think that would have helped, David? Inspecting a Yugo that was 10 years old? I found out soon after that I could see the road on the passenger side floorboard. It had 122,000 miles and a steady stream of bluish white smoke from the tailpipe. The muffler? Question mark, question mark. Louder than anyone could think could come from that tiny box of bolts. Duct tape held the wiring throughout, and baling wire kept the battery in place. AC didn't work. The headliner was gone, and the foam was forever flying around inside and getting all over me. It was a total of 6 colors: blue, yellow, green, red, not counting rust, and primer, gray and red. The back seat was gone. The roof had so many rust holes that eventually I cut most of it out and put plexiglass in. Sounds neat until you're going down the highway at 50, its max speed, and starts making this wobble racket. It died one day because the water pump went out and it overheated and cracked the block. I had it towed to the junkyard rather than repair it. David.
You couldn't repair those. You couldn't repair. There's no parts. Yugoslavia, remember they bombed all the factories. There was no parts.
David, you bought a Yugo. I think we could have just stopped there. Say, yeah, I bought an 85 Yugo. Yeah, no.
I think those things died, and you just left them where they lay.
Yeah, because
side of the road. Yeah, Dairy Queen parking lot. Just close the door and walk away.
Because nature would take them. It's not like it was a problem. Excellent. That was pretty good. David Hawk. So David really went all out on this, or Daniel Hawk. Sorry about that. Daniel went all out. Best autocorrect. My wife's name, Kristen Hawk, being changed to Kerosene Hulk. Yeah. It's good. It's good. I'd like to introduce my wife, Kerosene Hulk. Explosive temper, that one does. Crappiest vehicle. Did I skip a page here? No, I'm still good. Did I? No, we're good. All right. Crappiest vehicle, 76 Ford F100. I got it for free from my brother. I replaced the brakes, and 2 days later, the rear main seal goes out. Fix that. carburetor caught fire. Fix that. And then the dang side walls of the bed fell off. I didn't know what about hidden rust. Yeah, fair enough.
It was revealed to you that way. Yeah.
Like a
Jeez.
magic trick. I got the seal fixed. Ting, ting. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just, 55 miles an hour and you're losing your truck in the air behind you. It's in the stream, in the wind stream.
yep, yep. Valentine's Day card. Handmade one in the shape of a bell with the invitation to jingle my bells. She didn't find it as funny as I did.
I think she'd have been happier if it had said jingle my balls or
Well,
something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, you had to go all, you committed to it, but you didn't finish. You had to go all the way.
Right.
Daniel.
Right. You come here with a card like that, you better go all out.
Yeah. And Flatbed Piper, I Googled your sponsor, MBSD, and it autocorrected to BDSM. Now I have another hobby.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. Oh.
Now I got another hobby.
Did you get a new pipe, honey? Nope. I got a swing and some bondage tape.
I got a ball gag and a cop hat.
Honey, it's time to play Warden's Wife. Oh, here we go. Oh, excellent. Excellent. So, Tim, out of all of these, we have to pick 3 as winners.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last one is one in the bucket.
Yep.
And then the flaming steering column.
I
like that one.
Yep, but Sean at Hammer and Pipes, okay.
And then the kerosene Hulk.
Yeah, I do like those.
What the hell? It's like, these things are supposed to be so smart. Doesn't anybody know that kerosene and Hulk they don't go together?
Not at all. Not even a little bit. I did like the almost there, and to tell you the truth, I like men and want to see some naked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good one too.
And Mitchell and Sarah actually commented and said, Flatbed Pipers, I Googled your sponsor MBSD and it autocorrected to BDSM. So excellent. I think we've narrowed it down to 4. So Tim, in your opinion, which one was the funniest?
I forgot about the one that you just mentioned, and I forgot about it again. Which one what is it again?
Bullhead 78.
Yep.
And it's the one where almost there, and to tell you the truth, I like men and want to see some naked. The most awkward deathbed confession ever.
I wonder when he actually read that. He's probably like driving, and he gets, pulls up in the driveway, and looks at his phone. Ah, shit.
Damn it.
Her mother's there too,
Yeah. Grandpa's up by the side of the garage, smiling wickedly in a yam hammock, which, by the way, was
right. I'm thinking I'm liking that one. I'll be home soon. Is number 1. The BDSM number 2, and the flaming steering column number 3. That's how they fall for me.
Okay. I'm going to go with you. the BDSM one.
That was really
I'm
good.
gonna look at some pipes.
Ooh, I got a new hobby. Oh, I didn't know this was out there. Oh.
Oh, I got a new pipe coming. How many? It's called Cat O' Tails. Enjoy.
I
All
got a new
right.
pipe coming. It's an actual pipe.
All right. So, Bullhead 78, Flatbed Piper, and Hammer and Pipes. Give us a shout, and we'll get you in contact with Mitchell to get your store credit. So, Bullhead wins 100, Flatbed Piper wins 50, and Hammer and Pipes wins 25. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done, guys. And thanks to Sarah and Mitchell, too. Great prize.
Oh, absolutely.
Great prize. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That was pretty good.
And I want to see some naked, damn it. Ah, gee.
Yeah. I can't even imagine pulling up after sending that text.
Nah, gee.
I'm just going to sleep in the car.
Down.
Yeah, I'm just going to sleep in the car till this is over. So, excellent.
Oh, gosh.
Excellent. All right. So that was a hoot. Thank you to Mitchell and Sarah from MBSD Pipes for sponsoring that contest. I know we have another pipe coming for a giveaway sometime in late March, early April. And they've got if you haven't been to mbsdpipes.com, they have some incredible new old stock pipes that are coming in. And I've got a couple of them to show you in the What's New segment. Just some fantastic stuff. So I'll be checking in on their website. So
yeah,
patronize our sponsor. We appreciate it. All right, Tim, do we want to read comments from the last couple of episodes? Because we can certainly do that.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let me, and I'm sorry I didn't print them out, so I have to read them off my phone. Y'all will get over it. Okay, so from episode 29, Bluebird Farms writes, "This is not Fred. Will Tim be offering," that was Tim, that was Bluebird Farm. "Will Tim be offering pipes with horsebone accents? Great show. Thank you." Blake Pipes.
Looks like I'm going to have to.
You know, we need to get Blake's Pipes on to do an episode with Blake, just because he's a funny guy, and we really need to have him on. Well, I have so much to say. First, never confuse me with a West Coaster. Born and raised in New Jersey with a few years in Indiana. Is there a difference between California and New Jersey, Tim?
I think in California the air is cleaner.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
And the water's drinkable.
Yeah.
What water there is.
Yeah. Then moved a little south to get away from the libtards. So I reside in coastal Norfolk, Virginia. There is no second part of that. Enjoyed the doctor on this episode. I've enjoyed his channel for some time and take him like a good book. Enjoy the good parts and dissolve the other parts. Wealth of knowledge that man has, along with you boast. My next video will include another plug for you guys, as it will be another Shed Happens video. Just happy to listen and respond with you guys talk. Still need to find a way to support you both without losing money to the big online gods. Smiley face. Sorry, guys. Will not make it out to the Muletown this year, as injury still has me limited to saddle time on the bike. But hope to meet you guys next year at Muletown, as I've never been to a pipe convention. I also have not been to a bike convention, and I have been riding for 24 years. Anyways, I will have to send you checks for your work, like it is your job to work for me when you make stuff I ask for. One pipe, one blend, and I will make one video of that combination. Okay. Contact us. I'll make you a blend. Yeah, and we'll have you on as a guest once you get them. So that's good. Simple Georgian, awesome video and conversation. Really enjoyed it. Hope to see you all at the Muletown show. Tim will be there. I will not. So stop in and say hi to Tim at Papa Bear's Pipes booth. All right. YZM19. Haha, great show. Nice lisp on the warning label. That was pretty good. Siglum and Tony from Rhode Island. Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen, for a fantastic video. Terry Brewster, outstanding show, guys. Really dug Dr. Harrelson, great guy. Oh, we're going to live stream from Muletown. I'm going to get Salad Shooter wasted. I would expect nothing less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
No.
Yusef Zayed,
Okay.
another great member of the YTPC. Good morning. Thanks for an amazing podcast. I can't say that in any other language other than English. Awesome show, gentlemen. Greetings from South Africa. Grant, 2651, which is Garrett. Great guy. You guys make me chuckle. I was hoping for a bonus reel. Thanks, guys. By the way, in episode 27, we stopped the show and then kept talking with Mr. Foster and Horsebone, Todd Zanzini. And our producer didn't edit any of it. And if we offended any of you, refer back to the first minute of the show.
Right. You had a warning.
Well, you had a warning.
It was funny, though, because Kevin, he started out and, his, let's just say that his keel was way below water by the time we got to the end of the show. Poor guy. He started out, he was great. He was, he's talking and everything. Next thing you know, he's like up against his faces up here. That was great.
Yeah. So our weekly check-in from Fred. This is Fred. This is an amazing podcast. Not quite your usual banter, but super interesting. Excellent. Azalea Piper. Great guess on this one, fellas. Laughed out loud quite a few times. And the yam hammock comments sent sweet tea out of my nose. Daggone hilarious. Well, thank you, Azalea Piper.
We do what we can.
Yeah, well, we just have fun. That's all. That's all that we do. That is all that we do. So, and by the way, Tim, we are now up to 278 subscribers on YouTube.
That is crazy.
I know.
278 subscribers.
Should we do something special when we get to 300 subscribers?
Yeah, let's do. You know what we'll do is, can we track who the 300th subscriber is? I would imagine. I mean, you get, I don't know.
I can pull up the list, but I don't think it gives them in order. But it's been a while since I've done it, so I have to take a look.
If we can do that, maybe what we'll do is, we'll give away a pipe. One of my pipes.
No. And I'll give away a pound of tobacco. How about that?
All right.
Well, we should make it a contest because everybody will sit at 290, at the 298 subscriber, nobody will sign up. You know what I mean? Because they want to be the 300 subscriber. I mean, not that there are that many people.
They'll get their finger like this,
So I think we have a contest for our 300 subscriber, and we'll maybe do tell us your favorite episode or something simple.
Yeah, we'll find a way to do it. If there's our flat cap producer.
Yeah. The hat of infinite virginity.
Right. We'll our brother of perpetual virginity. He should be able to figure that out.
I would think so.
We'll give it to him to do, and then
and we'll send him a case of dolphin wax. He's wearing the hat. Maybe needs to shine up the ride there a little bit when he's wearing that thing. Yeah. Well.
But it'd be different if it was just send him a tube. Nope, we're sending him a case.
Case of dolphin wax. Yeah, that's right.
Here, boy.
Maybe a chamois.
You're gonna need this. Yeah, a ShamWow.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. We'll take up a collection for him to buy him a new hat. Maybe you can talk to Dan at Ohio Briars and get him a new hat where the brim
Right.
actually has a little curve to it instead of that flat thing he wears on his head. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't know if we can break him.
Well, there's always hope. I've broken many people with humor. So, Jim, I'm tired of you making fun of me. Well, then I maybe change that thing I'm making fun of, huh? How about that?
Oh, God.
Yeah, well,
All
anyway.
right, so anyway, that's what we'll do then. The 300th subscriber.
Yeah. When we get to 300, we'll do another contest and give some stuff away. So,
all right.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Tim, our regularly scheduled segments are now coming into play. What is new at your house?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I've been making pipes, lots of pipes to take to Muletown.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Here's some. Try to do it this way.
Oh, look at that. That is really different. That is kind of a quasi horn type of pipe.
Yep.
It just
and it's
really interesting.
It's a reverse calabash.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
And what type of wood is that? That doesn't look like briar.
It is briar. It was a
really?
It was a piece that was like an arc, and it had a plateau all along here.
Oh, cool.
And and it was cut off flat this way.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a semicircle flat this way. And I just did a black, yellow over black contrast dye on it. Mm-hmm. This lighting here is real flat, so it's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
This side here turned out really cool.
Very nice. That is really sharp looking grain on that. And the bottom of it has some really interesting grain too.
Oh yeah, that's there's some plateau left there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That one won't make it out of Saturday.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe not.
No.
Then made another calabash. There was some briar that I got from Premel.
Mm-hmm.
Really curved, not briar, bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to do something with a piece of bamboo in a calabash. So this one's got some cocobolo here. This is a briar bit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And then
very cool.
Doing some more brushed finishes.
Oh, you sent me a picture of that one. That brush finish is fantastic. I like that's wire wheel that you take to it, or?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so
and the stem color is really interesting. That almost opaque.
Yeah, it's like
white.
a white. It's pearl. It's pearline. It's hard again the light, but
mm-hmm.
It's a pearl like.
And is that a metal adornment on it?
Yeah, it's a. I don't know if you can.
No, can't see it, but I know it's metal. At least I think it's metal.
How's that?
Oh yeah, there you go. And it has Old Elvish on it, so if you throw that into a fire, you kill Sauron.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. And a little blowfish.
Ooh.
Kind of a cool stem there.
Oh, is that orange and black or red and black?
It's red and black.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, very nice.
And then Ben at Redeem Pipes asked me to make him a Dan pipe. I didn't know they existed, and I looked it up on the interweb, and they look something like this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And you know what I did? I made myself a pipe because I was making one for him,
Mm-hmm.
and the block of briar was looking really great. And then as I got down to Bango, there's a big old pit running from the outside all the way into the chamber. So that's a
A new pipe
dud.
for you.
So a no pipe for me. And then today, while I was finishing the stem to round it all out, I ground through into the draft, and I patched it with a dab of epoxy. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to smoke it just like that.
Perfect. Perfect.
You know?
See, the world does not come out perfectly, kids. If you're a pipe maker at home or you're starting out, even someone who's as seasoned as Tim and has probably made 500 pipes at this point, this stuff happens. And if you'd like, for fun on one episode, I'll take my iPad out to the garage and show you how to not drill stem material. I can turn almost anything into a P-lip. I cannot drill a straight hole to save my life. And it's kind of magical. So I didn't even know drill bits bent like that, but you know.
I know. I love it when you drill and they snap off inside. That's fun.
Yay!
Not only do you lose the stock, you lose the drill bit. Beautiful.
Perfect. Perfect.
Love
All right.
it.
What else you got, Tim?
That's about it for me. I'm at my table. Craig Herzog. He's an Indiana boy. He is been in the process of making ashtrays,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got himself a laser engraver.
Mm-hmm.
So he made a couple of ashtrays, and I'm going to take a couple with me and put them on my table for him. And,
very cool.
And he's also tinkering around with making some rod material, cast resin rod material.
Really?
So he gave me some of that, and I'm going to take those and talk them up for him, just help him out a little bit.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I know Craig, so that's very thoughtful of you, Tim.
Yeah, it's just, I like starting things up,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a good guy, and I'd like to see him do well. So
yeah,
help him out a bit. Help him out.
Help me, Andy. Help me. All right. Anything else new at your house?
That is it.
Oh.
My wife's in Florida.
Oh. So
the house
running
is a wreck.
You are running amok. Do you know where the dishwasher is?
No, but all the oatmeal's gone.
I don't know how many sandwiches one man can eat, but I'm going to need more bread. Excellent. Well, I had a fantastic week. So it started off, so we recorded with Alan, and the next day I got a package from Mike Noguet, who is just a wonderful friend. If you guys don't know Mike, he's just a fantastic guy. And he sent me a ton of stuff, and I liked it so much. He sent me these old tobacco bags. So there's Forest Giant, and then there's
Nubuck,
and then another Forest Giant, light and dark. And I liked them so much, I framed them. And those are going to go up on the wall here in a minute. But they were just fantastic.
Those are neat.
Yeah, and these are, again, from like 1913 is what the stickers on the back are. So these are 110 years old, which is way cool. So,
isn't that amazing?
Mike, congratulations. You have made it to the wall in the pipe and tobacco room. And I'll take pictures of it once I get it hung and post it on Instagram and Facebook and as usual. But Mike wasn't done there. No. So Mike, as you recall from a previous episode, had sent me the genuine Durham tobacco from 2013, which is this bag in the picture right here. So this week, Mike sent me this bag of Bugler tobacco from 1912. And then he sent me 3 bags of the Cuddy pipe smoking bags here in the bottom. And they are just as cool as could be. And I put them in the shadow box. to go with some of my other memorabilia. And this will go up on the wall shortly. And as you can see, when you move the shadow box around, all of your really cool tampers fall all over everywhere. So
that's a really cool gift.
I'm telling you, Mike, when you want your next blend, all you got to do is call. We'll whip something up for you. No problem.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I can't take full credit for this brush finish. This is actually Mike's idea.
Yeah. He's come up with two blends.
Well, this whole combo really is his idea. The brush, black, shiny black, the ring, and the pearl white stem. That's his idea.
Oh, very cool.
It turned out pretty nice. Yep.
Yeah. Well done, Mike. Well done. Okay. So, this week in pipes, our friend Eric at EMC Custom Cobs made this gem, which I absolutely love. Yes, Eric, you can comment that I put a condom on my pipe. Get over it. Someday someone will be thankful that I did, because I didn't destroy your stem work that I know takes you 4 or 5 hours to make a stem. Absolutely love this pipe. Nice metal dormant. And this is my new EMC Custom Cobs. So
that's a beauty.
Really like it. And it's a little bit bigger bowl than some of my others, so I really liked it. Excellent pipe. As always, Eric does fantastic work and absolutely love it. Now, Mitchell, who I will from now on refer to as my crack dealer, every Saturday or Sunday night sends me pictures of pipes and says, "Hey, what do you think of this one?" Oh, cool.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, this is a Chacombe.
Nice.
It's really a fantastic smoking pipe. Absolutely like it. I took it this was my work pipe today. Just a beautiful pipe. And this is part of the collection. He's got a bunch of GBDs and BBBs and Chacombes coming. He bought a whole, like a store closing, and he bought all of their old new stock. And, they come with the box, come with the sleeve. Got the Chacombe sleeve. Very nice. And then this one, which I haven't smoked yet because I'm waiting for the honey bowl coating to dry. This little gem right here. It's almost...
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not sure, but what really makes this one stand out is it's got an adornment right across the front. It almost looks like an opal or an acrylic inlay. Just a fantastic looking pipe. And I got honey in it, and I let the honey dry for a couple of days before I smoke a bowl through it. But this one will be probably going with me tomorrow to work. So that's what's new in pipes.
Wow. That's neat. I've not seen that before, that inlay there. Is that looks like a mother of pearl or something? Or
yeah, I'm not sure what the material is. And I didn't even know.
Right down here.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it until I took it out of the box, because the picture really didn't show it off that he sent me. It's like, There we go. So
yeah, neat.
I patronize our sponsor heavily. I'd like to think that I'm sending the two girls to college. So you're welcome, Mitchell and Sarah. Here is my odd guilty pleasure. Tobacco Pipes has Blue Ridge from C&D. It is a stoved red Virginia combined with black Cavendish, Turkish leaf, and Louisiana Perique for a smoking experience every bit as rich and complex as Old Shenandoah. And what makes this pipe tobacco so special, and I'm going to open a tin right here on the air, because I bought 10 of them 2 weeks ago when they had them in stock, and they came back in stock. And it is just a fantastic, just a wonderful smelling blend. If you like Orientals and Stove Virginia and Perique, absolutely fantastic. And here's the kicker for it, kids. If you go to Tobacco Pipes, Blue Ridge, when they have it in stock, is $1.50 a tin for a 2-ounce tin.
What?
I kid you not. Go to tobaccopipes.com, type in Blue Ridge, go to it. It's $1.50. I got 6 cans of it for $9 with shipping.
Shipping was more than the tobacco.
Actually, the excise tax was more than tobacco. So I think it cost me $18 to get 6 tins.
That's NUTZ, buddy.
Yeah, just fantastic. And then I had the pleasure of being in Colorado Springs last Thursday, and there is a tobacconist, a cigar and pipe shop in town, and I picked up some Rat Ray's Black Mallory. And Black Mallory is Latakia and two different cuts of Virginias with Black Cavendish and Oriental. It is a fantastic English. If you haven't tried Black Mallory and you like English tobaccos, I'd highly recommend it. Just so that you know, in Colorado, if you can see the bottom of the tin, $34.95 is what you pay for a 100-ounce tin of Rat Rays. So, but I wanted to support the local guy, so it is what it is. Don't mind. If I ordered it from tobacco pipes or smoking pipes, so I paid $75 total for those two tins, and if I ordered it from smoking pipes or tobacco pipes with the Colorado tax, it would have been $65 from them. So did I pay a little extra to support the local guy? Yeah, I did. And I'm happy I did so, and I will go back. They have a much larger selection of cigars than they do pipe tobacco, but they did have some cool stuff, and I wanted some Rat Race Black Mallory, so I got 200-ounce tins of it. So there you go.
You'll have to give me your shopping list of oddballs that you might be looking for, and I'll this weekend check around some of the tables and see if I can find.
You know, it's hard for me because I people say, "Oh, make me a copy of this," and they'll send me some. You know, this is what the taste I'm shooting for. This is what I want, and I think I have everything from Esoterica. I have most of the McClellan blends. I have all the Frog Mortons. Christmas Cheer. As you can, well, you can't see in today's episode because my tobacco wallet. I think I have, 300 open jars at this point. I'm not really looking for anything. I'm just building the cellar at this point. So,
yeah.
All right. Lastly, in what's new. So, as y'all know, I switched to hydraulic press, or the big manual presses, and it cut my production considerably because I only have 8 of them now. Instead of 60 of the pasta presses, I only have 8 of the Razatec manual press. And the huge problem I had was that this is the Razatec press, and it does great for 3, 4, 5, 6 ounces at a time, but it makes a very thin 2-ounce puck. So some of the stuff that went out this week is going to be a thin 2-ounce puck because that's what they ordered. And just before we came on the air, I got my little dab presses, and just for a size comparison, you can see how much different they are. Instead of this 3x5, now I've got these little 2x4 presses and the actual inside of them. And I posted a picture on Instagram using the first press I got. So I had ordered these from Amazon, and I thought, oh, these would be great. They're they're $25. They're fine. The dilemma with these presses is when I got it is that on the top, it is not solid on the top. So you have to be very careful where you press it. You have to press it right in that middle bar. And then it is a coarse finish metal. So everything that I tried to press in it kind of stuck to it. And it made it difficult to work with. So I ordered these dab presses. I found them on eBay. They were the same price. They were actually, if you ordered 5 of them, they were like $21. And they are food grade aluminum, and they're very smooth. I haven't obviously tried them out, but when I get back from St. Louis, because I will not be at Muletown, I will be in St. Louis for a sales convention this week. So,
yay!
My condolences to those of you that were hoping to see me at Muletown. I will not be there. So, and that's what's going on at Emerson Southern Forged. I am, again, I do apologize. I am way behind on orders simply because I'm down to 8 presses. And yeah, I can press it in a day, but even still, I could press 120 in a week with the old presses, and now I'm down to 56 in a week. So I'm working on it. And these smaller presses, I'm working on a different pressing system. I've got a couple of pieces on order where I'll put them between 2 half-inch plates of metal and tighten down in 3 spots, and we'll be able to do 5 of them at a time. So we'll see how that goes.
I had a question that Terry had asked. He said he and Noah were talking about, calabash pipes, and how do they work? What's the magic?
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of, and if you can imagine, this little drawing right here. Let's say that this is your calabash pipe. This is the sort of the horn part, or the outside cup, and then this is the little chamber block that fits down into it.
Mm-hmm.
And this right here would represent sort of dead air space.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your draft. And so, as you draw air down through the tobacco,
Mm-hmm.
the tobacco, the smoke, and any moisture would end up down in here.
Mm-hmm.
This gives the tobacco smoke time to sort of, I don't know, for lack of a better term, dry a little bit, because what's going to happen is the moisture is going to be heavier than the smoke, and the moisture is going to cling and fall down in here, and all you're going to get is dry smoke coming out of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the concept behind a calabash. And then if you're thinking about a reverse calabash, it's sort of the same thing. This is just like your regular pipe. Here's your chamber, here's your shank. You've got your tobacco chamber here. Smoke comes out this way. Ordinarily, if you're going to get any kind of condensation or moisture buildup, you're going to feel a gurgling in here.
Mm-hmm.
With the way that a reverse calabash deals with that is it creates that dead air space here.
Mm-hmm.
So any moisture that you're going to get is going to be drawn up from the tobacco to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then it would deposit in here.
Hmm.
So it's a bit of a smaller
Moisture
dead
chamber?
air space, moisture chamber, but it does the same thing. And so, you've seen, if you look at those, the diagrams of, for example, the system pipes that Peterson makes, it's the same sort of concept. I mean, they're taking the tenon, and they're creating a little pocket below the opening of the tenon,
Mm-hmm.
so that smoke will come around and it'll be want to be drawn up into the stem, but down in below the tenon there's a little pocket there for moisture to gather,
Mm-hmm.
and not necessarily come up through the stem and give you a sour or bitter taste,
Mm-hmm.
or possibly gurgle.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the story with calabashes in Calabash 101.
All right. Well, I do have questions from the Ask Us Anything segment of the show, and they're from at Noah's House, our good friend Noah. Tim, is there a point when making a pipe that you change up your original plan? So you start a block.
Yeah, it's usually when I make the first mistake, everything changes.
I'm going to make a blowfish, or perhaps
That's right.
a horn.
That doesn't look like that at all. Yeah. Yeah, usually for me, that's usually how it happens. I'll start out with a perfectly good plan. You know how what they say is, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yeah.
And then everything goes to hell,
Yeah. Yeah, it starts that way. It's the same thing in blending. You think, oh, this will go, this will go, this will go, and you put them in the bowl, and you think, oh, yeah, I made a road flare. Congratulations, jar of doom, it
Right.
goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So I don't have a better answer for you than that, Noah. Sorry, but that's just how it goes. You get the tool catch on the lathe, and it takes a chunk out that you hadn't planned on, and now I'm going a different direction.
yeah, yeah. I was going to make a step.
Or you find a pit. You got to trim and trim and trim, and
Yeah.
the next thing you know, you got a shop pipe.
I was going to make it a really thick-lipped stacked billiard, but instead it became a Dublin because I was chasing the pit out of it.
A tamper.
I've made some great tampers. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, it does. And his question for me, Jim, have you ever thought about offering a home blending kit? No, I haven't. It was kind of like if I could, and Noah, I just want you to know, if I can find a way to slice them in a manner that makes me happy, I will make flakes at some point. It's just finding a way to do it. A listener from the previous episode when I talked about the biltong slicer, they have says, well, just round a piece of some type of formica or laminate, and fit it on there. Well, the problem is that where the blade connects, there's where the blade comes down and slices, it's a very tight gap, but the farther up away from you get, it kind of moves away from it a little bit. And I tried that, and it made bad flakes. Oh, actually, it made what's the word I wanted you to describe it? It was awful. It became stuff that I'll smoke because it just, oh look, there's it's just
It mangled it.
Yeah, it's a half inch at this side and a tenth of an inch at the other end, and it looks like a shim, and nobody really wants shim cut flake flake
right.
tobacco.
New from Emerson's Southern Forged, tobacco shims.
That's right. That's right. Is your table squeaking a little bit? Just cram some of this.
It's a shim. It's a doorstop. No, it's tobacco.
Yeah, exactly. And I did get some feedback from the Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So Tom got his blend, and it didn't quite meet his expectations. He wanted something a bit sweeter, and he was not a fan of shag cut. So, okay,
Really?
we'll retool.
Okay.
So next weekend I'll whip that up. I am working on a blend for a friend, Dan Croxall. He wanted me to kind of mimic Dark Star from McClellan's, which is a long since discontinued blend, but it has a lemony taste to it, and it's the lemon leaf that I have has a bit of a citrus taste, but it's not overpowering. So I ordered some lemon bitters from him, and they finally showed up. And because I'm only using 8 presses, it's on the list. I just haven't got to it yet. So I'm sorry, Dan. My wife asked me, you don't seem to be blending as much. Well, I can only do 8 at a time now. That's what I got. So,
Yeah.
Unless you, authorize a $1,500 purchase, and I'll have 20 of them. So your call. Tell me what you want to do.
You get a birthday card for somebody and put the check underneath it, where the signature goes, and have her sign the birthday card.
Got her. Yeah.
And when she says, "What? How did this happen? You signed the check."
I believe this is you. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I will increase the number of presses I have. I just wanted to make sure they worked well. I think they're fantastic, but I'm send out a bunch of orders today, and we'll find out what people think about it. And I know that Beans 316 really likes both of his blends, and they've actually kind of taken on a life of their own. I know that the Dragon Tears blend that Mike came up with, and I was disappointed because I really wanted to talk to Mike about blending. And when I was chatting with him on Saturday, I almost had him convinced. We do a couple more blends. You work your magic. I'll put them together, and we'll have a series of Murphy blends from Emerson Southern Forged. So, but we don't have them on, so we can't talk about it. So,
yeah. Next time.
So, anyway, so that's what's going on in my world. I'm going to get on a plane tomorrow and go hang out.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Beautiful this time of year. Maybe we can see a riot or perhaps, a burning building.
I know. That'd be nice.
Yeah. So if anybody's in the St. Louis area, hit me up. And of course, this will post about the time I'm flying back, Friday, Saturday. So we'll see what happens. But Muletown, that'll be a hoot.
We'll have a good time.
Yeah. I know Richard.
We're leaving Wednesday, and then go part of the way down, and then staying with a friend on Wednesday night, and then Thursday, Rob Summerall invited me and my two brothers that are going with me to his place for lunch on Thursday. So we're going to meet up with him.
Very nice.
And he said that he might even have a nice bottle of Kentucky bourbon.
Ooh.
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, I made a couple of blends for Mr. Summerall. So he's got Kentucky Colonel. I was waiting to hear back from him. I haven't put him on the blend list just because I didn't know if he wanted to keep him for himself. And you'll have to ask him. Hey, Jim asked about those blends he made for him. What do you think?
What the hell?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I haven't updated the blend list. I've done a ton of stuff, but there's only so many hours in a day, and I still have to work for a living. And really, quite frankly, way overrated. Way overrated.
Well, if I can manage it, I want to get those two guys, my two brothers, to the Loveless Cafe. It's just outside of Nashville, and it's the probably the best food coma I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Oh,
well,
man.
You can't kick my tires like that and not drive me home, Tim. Tell me what made Loveless Cafe so special.
No, thank you, Delmer. I'm afraid half a gopher merely roused my appetite without bedding her back down. So they smoke all the meats there.
Oh,
Smoked turkey, you name it. Ribs. It's all Southern cooking. The biscuits are made with lard. They put everything on your plate is on top of a fritter that's the size of the plate, and so it's like whatever the meat entree is, and then all the trimmings, sweet potato casserole and bop, you name it. And so by the time you get done eating, before your meal comes, a half dozen of those giant fluffy biscuits with butter, and then put that meal down. It's a killer, but it's the best way to go. You walk away and you're like, you got a pain under your left armpit, that won't go away. It's pretty good.
This portion of the episode brought to you by insulin. Insulin, kids. When you positively have to have 6,000 calories at a meal,
right?
Chase it with some insulin, perhaps a banana. Yeah.
We had last time I was there, we had say like lunch, like 1 o'clock. It was midnight, and we were at a music venue, and this buddy of mine tried to, here, have a beer, and I tried to drink. I took a sip and turned to he wouldn't go down. I was still potatoes and meat clear up to here. Oh man. And then, 9:30 the next morning, you come out and you go, man, that plumbing can take a punch.
I didn't think I had it in me to melt porcelain, but here we are. Excellent. I have to tell you, I miss biscuits. I miss Southern cooking. Colorado. Oh, have you tried the vegan casserole?
How about some lemongrass?
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh,
about some
Look, Jim,
broccoli
here's
sprouts?
yeah. How about some palm
tofu.
fronds? No, I don't want palm fronds either.
Yeah. God.
No.
Here's a plate of bugs. Have a plate of bugs.
They're deep fried, if that helps. No, there's still bugs. Yeah. Yeah. You can decorate them all you want. Not eating a bug.
Right.
Not at all. So anyway, that's kind of all I have for this week, Tim. You got anything else you want to throw in?
I do not. Looking forward to the show this weekend, and all of our listeners tonight, keep your eyes peeled for the mystery guest from the Muletown show.
All right. Excellent. Well, congratulations to our winners. Sean at Hammer and Pipes is a $25 gift store credit at MBSD Pipes. Flatbed Piper with the $50 store credit. And our big winner tonight, Bullheads 78 with the almost there. And to tell you the truth, I like men and want to see some naked.
Tell you the truth.
Who knew autocorrect could see so deep into your psyche?
And to tell you the truth, I could go for some naked ones right now.
You can blame it on Jeff Foxworthy all you want. I think your secret came popping out of the closet there, champ. But nonetheless, it was hilarious. So well done. And there were some great submissions. Terry's vagina donut and the sunfish with nasty spray. That was pretty good too.
There are a lot of good ones in there.
Yeah, that was excellent. So 3 winners this time. My wife, Kerosene Hulk. That was pretty good too. So that would have been number 4. So here we go. Excellent. Well, a little bit more.
Donut. I don't know. When I'm going to see Terry this weekend, maybe he'll fill us in on the vagina donut and how that worked out.
Here are things that are going to be on the rise this weekend.
Was that a cream stick or an actual donut? Or bear claw? Hey, a bear claw.
Did you have to tell it you love it before you ate it?
It's a donut that looked like somebody shot Chewbacca in the face.
Yes, the Wookiee donut. Is what it is. Excellent. So, have fun at Muletown. I expect updates. I expect drunken texts. I expect to see what kind of salad you have, because the last time you had too much bourbon, it had pastrami on it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next.
I don't think they have salad in Tennessee.
I don't think so either. I think you're going to have to drive a long way to get a salad if you're in Tennessee.
Right. You can get a potato there, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's going to be your vegetable for the weekend.
Right. That's as far down the vegetable trail you're going to go.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. As always, enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll see you from Muletown.
Good night, everybody.